This is the wrong script. 2 minutes for failure.
It is SportsCenter with Jay and Dan, brought to you by McDonald's. Glad you're here, and what a day to join us, because when you have Canada, when you have Russia on the ice, then the nation comes to a standstill.
It does. It does. Just as it did when Canada took on the Czech Republic on Saturday. Millions of you watched. Millions more of you watched on Monday night. A rematch of last year's gold medal game in which Canada came back to win. Could they book a ticket in this year's final as well? Just some dudes hanging out in front of the arena. Die-hard fans. Alex Newhook's status for the semifinal was in doubt. He took a shoulder-to-shoulder hit against Finland, missed Canada's game against the Czechs. This is Newhook practicing Sunday. And the Quarterbrook, Newfoundland native was in the lineup Monday despite the injury. First shift of the game. Newhook scores right there. Now, no one realized that play continued, but officials blow the play dead, look at it, and yeah, that's clearly, as Gino Reda would say, clearly a good goal. The Avs prospect gives Canada the early lead later, now 2-0. Cole Perfetti, future Winnipeg Jets star, beats Yaroslav Askarov. Glove side, second of the tournament for him, 3-0 Canada. Second period, Bowen Byram, another Avs prospect, can't score. Askarov sticks in the corner. Russian defender brings Askarov's stick back to him, but he can't pick it up. Struggling to pick up his stick. Can't get the paddle. Braden Schneider. Brandon Wheaties. Wrister. Canada outscoring their opponents 32-0 at 5-on-5 so far in the tourney. That's right, 32-0. Devin Levi's leading the tournament with a .967 save percentage. Tampa Lightning forward Alex Killorn tweeting, "I remember shooting on a 14-year-old Devin Levi. Kid would take hundreds of shots and breakaways from NHL players after skating with his own team." Killorn also saying, "I couldn't even score on him then." Still in the second. Levi makes a save in tight before the puck is finally cleared out of the crease. So just like Killorn, Russia unable to solve Devin Levi. Canada's leading scorer is Dylan Cousins, the workhorse from Whitehorse, Buffalo Sabres prospect.
So I'm going to share something with you, Ray. There's an NHL team that has a drinking game. Every time I say the workhorse from Whitehorse, they have to drink. I'm tempted to go on a run here and see if they can be ready for the start of the season.
I don't believe that's true. Late in the third, Russia's net is empty.
Cheers now for Cousins. He's got Pelche with him. Cousins to Pelche, back to Dylan Cousins. Scores! The workhorse from Whitehorse does it again.
Yeah, Cousins, 3 points in this one. Fifth on Canada's all-time points list of the World Juniors. Levi, third shutout of the tournament. That ties Justin Pogge's World Junior record. 5-0 Canada over Russia. Pure dominance over an excellent Russian team. Cousins now tied with Ryan Ellis for fourth all-time, trailing only Eric Lindros, Jordan Eberle, and Braden Shen on the all-time list. And Canada can now win consecutive World Juniors for the first time since they won 5 straight from 2005 to 2009. Here is Newhook on his return.
When you're sitting out a game and watching the guys, it's definitely gets at you a bit. And for me, I was just kind of watching that and anticipating and hoping that I could get back in for the next game. So I think that buildup of energy definitely, gave me a little bit of juice here. But yeah, we played with pace the whole night, so I think it was hard for them to play against us.
Last year at this time, when I played in the World Junior A Challenge, I didn't sleep before the final game. I was so excited to play, but I learned from that, and I'm gonna make sure that I dial it down tonight and make sure I get a good rest. And the game's only going to be played tomorrow. It won't be played tonight, so I'm going to make sure I'm ready for that.
A lot of woos. All right, Devin Levi on his way to breaking a pair of records in Canadian goaltending history. Best save percentage ever posted by a Canadian goalie at the World Juniors, Carey Price in 07. Levi on pace to shatter that. Justin Pogge, goals against average at the World Juniors in 06. Levi almost certain to break that record as well.
The U.S. and Finland squaring off in the other semi. So the winner will face Canada in the gold medal game. Trevor Zegras, dominant at the World Juniors. The kid got some nice mitts. Real nice. Zegras gets some space behind the net, ties the lacrosse move. No, rolls off his stick. He's averaging 3 points per game this tournament, second period. Akurati high sticks Matthew Boldy, so a penalty ensuing power play. Zegras with his gorgeous pass. Boldy puts it on. Zegras ties Dylan Cousins for the tournament scoring lead with 16 points. Americans up 2 after 2, under 10 to go. Kasper Huutillo to Kasper Simantaival. Scores. The Finns come back from a 2-goal deficit in the quarters. They did, and now this one's a 1-goal game. A few minutes later, Finland man advantage. Ronnie Hirvonen jams home a loose puck. The Leafs prospect ties the game at 3. Just minutes away from forcing overtime, with just over a minute to go in regulation. The Americans score. Arthur Kaliev scores the late winner as the U.S. wins a thriller. So yes, the gold medal game will be Canada and the United States. And we have it for you Tuesday, 8:30 Eastern, 5:30 Pacific. As again, the nation will come to a halt for that one. Before the gold medal game, you can watch the bronze medal game between Russia and Finland. Coverage of that one begins at 5:30 Eastern, 2:30 Pacific.
Pascal Siakam's attempts to rectify his game this past offseason were well documented. They were actually turned into a YouTube series. But so far, all that hard work has not paid off. His numbers are down across the board, and he was benched for the only game Toronto actually won this season. Toronto facing the Celtics, the team that eliminated them in the bubble last year. Siakam
whether or not you like it or not.
spotting up for 3 here, average just under 15%, or 15 points per game and 39% for the field against Boston in the playoffs. Toronto started well, 17-5 run. Jason Tatum all over Fred VanVleet, gets the block. Fred stays with it, gets it to fall. Freddie had 35, one shy of a career high. So you're thinking this is going well for Toronto? Well, Toronto's up by double digits, and then everything goes downhill. Tatum, monster second quarter, gives Boston the lead. Tatum just continues to impress. How about the shot over Aaron Baines? Tatum 26 in the first half. Siakam was showing flashes of his old self. The big block.
That's a good read.
That's nice. That's nice. Back the other way.
Cruising into the front court.
And one. Went to the line a season best 7 times later. Okay. Aggressive finish. He had 22. But he couldn't do anything about Tatum. Almost forces the turnover, but look at the shot. Tatum, 40 points. Also one shy of a career high. The Toronto Raptors are 1-5. Here's Nick Nurse on the plan going forward.
We got to play better, man. These guys we got to get these guys playing to their capabilities. I think they're better players than that. So we as coaches and our leaders of our team need to play better and get these guys together and get them playing. And we as coaches need to get them playing better.
Nobody's coming to save us. We gotta do this ourselves, and probably do a little soul searching and look at yourself in the mirror and ask yourself what each individual could do better to help contribute to the team, and go out there and figure out ways to win.
When we return on the Jay and Dan program, NHL training camps in full swing Monday. We're going to go around the country to give you all that information. Jay and Dan, brought to you by McDonald's on TSN, Canada's sports leader.
The Miami Heat unveiled the vice versa City Edition uniform against the Thunder.
They've taken it too far.
First quarter, Heat fast break. Tyler Herro, Canadian Kelly Olynyk, who's starting his first game of the season. Toronto native, averaging 8 points per game. Olynyk nails the triple. One of Olynyk's 5 threes in the game. He finished with 19 points, 8 rebounds. Heat shot 47% from 3. Off a Heat turnover, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, another Canadian, takes it all the way for the lay-in. Watch the speed. The Toronto native with 18 points in this one. Fourth quarter, Goran Dragic goes inside, lobs it up to Bam Adebayo. The oop end of the alley, plus the foul. Adebayo finished with a game-high 20 points, 8 boards, as the Heat win this one.
King of the lob right now in South Beach.
You want more Canadian content? Of course you do. You want R.J. Barrett coming off a team-high 25 points in Saturday's win over the Pacers. The Knicks were in Atlanta to face the Hawks. First quarter, Barrett. Yeah, he leads the NBA in minutes played this season, playing just under 40 minutes a game. And here, the Canadian takes the feed in the paint, throws it down. He had 12 in the first half, but the Knicks were down by as much as 15. They're going to fight right back. Fourth quarter, Julius Randle to Barrett. Barrett had 26, but how about Julius Randle? His start to the season, he had 28 points, 17 rebounds, and 9 assists. 1 assist shy of a triple-double. This is one of Barrett's 5 assists on the night. The New York Knicks are 4-3
and if you
on the season.
If you follow any Knicks fans on Twitter, they like this team.
Yeah, they're easy to like. But yeah, Randall, hard worker, moved around a lot, so it'd be cool to see him make the All-Star team. And here we are in the other set.
Happy
Stuff here.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, everybody.
And it's not New Year, not New Year's, right? Happy New Year.
I hate when you get an email or a text from someone that said Happy New Year's.
I just ignore all those.
I just reply immediately, and I'm like, figure it out. The Winnipeg Jets opened their training camp Monday, like many NHL teams did. Patty Laine's agent, Mike Liut, suggested it would be mutually beneficial for the Jets and Laine to part ways in the offseason. Monday, the 22-year-old spoke for the first time since.
I'm here, aren't I? Like, that's the only thing I'm worried about right now. I'm not in charge of what other people are saying. I don't worry about that stuff. Like, even Wayne Gretzky got traded. Like, people get traded all the time. It's part of the game. It's you need to be aware of. And right now, I'm just worried about working hard here, being as the best player I can be, and help these other guys to be at their best. And that's the only thing I'm worried about right now.
I can't believe he's only 22.
Yeah, Paul Stastny, he's back with the Jets. He said on Monday as well that he thought he was like 24, 25 because he feels like he's been in the league for 4 or 5 years. He has been in the league for 4 years. He just got in the league when he was 18 years old.
Yeah. You mentioned his agent, Mike Liut, for your young buck. Check out Mike Liut as a player.
As a St. Louis Blue, that beautiful white mask. Tim, I believe you have a picture.
Okay.
We don't have that.
As NHL camps open up, lots of players trying to get used to their new surroundings, including Joe Thornton. Jumbo Joe, though, along with his laid-back style, has had no problems fitting in with the Maple Leafs.
To be honest with you, it's been, pretty easy. I was quarantining with some of the guys for 14 days, so I got to know guys right off the hop. So, really, I felt comfortable, even though I was in, obviously San Jose for so long. The guys really made me feel comfortable here, and they got a good staff and a great group. So really, I feel like, at home again. I got no stress, man, honestly. I feel good. I feel comfortable. But I tend to play, with no stress, have a smile on my face, but stay hungry. And I think that's when I perform the best. And, at my age, I'll just continue that.
If Joe Thornton's not fitting in with your club, you got problems.
Absolutely. Dan Sheldon Keefe said about Joe Thornton on Monday, he said this about Leaf reporters. He said, it's a shame you can't be around here and see how tangible his passion is when he's here. You know, a coach likes a player when he's wishing that reporters could be at training camp.
Here's a look. That's a look at the NHL points leaders among active players. He's sitting atop the list. 14th all-time in points. If he does indeed stick on that top line, he should move up to 12th at season's end. 22 points shy of Paul Coffey. 24 short.
24 short. 24 short.
24 short of Mark Rex. The Montreal Canadiens officially got training camp underway Monday. There's plenty of excitement around the team given the offseason acquisitions. And the buzz isn't lost in some of the team's veterans.
We've made some great additions in the offseason. We had some players that have made some great strides during the bubble. We have more experience. We had young guys that learned what it's like to play in the playoffs last season, and you can't buy experience.
Corey Perry not on the ice, completing the final day of his quarantine. And this is big news. Quebec, third province to approve NHL games this season in Canada. So Manitoba, Ontario, only provinces yet to announce a final decision.
Figure it out, guys. I like this line that was skating on Monday, Dan. Josh Anderson, Nick Suzuki, Jonathan Drouin. Maybe this is what gets Drouin over the hump in Montreal. The Oilers hit the ice for the first time since being eliminated by Chicago in the bubble. Big question surrounding Edmonton. The return of Jesse Puljujarvi, the 4th overall pick from 2016, has returned to Edmonton. 2-year deal after playing a year in his native Finland. And according to his new head coach, he looks reinvigorated.
He's a monster of a man. He's a big man. I love that he's smiling. He looks like he loves to play. High skill for a big man. And in some of the skates that have been previous here, I haven't saw them, but skating with the guys for the last 3 or 4 days, there was a lot of comments of how good Jesse looks on the ice, how happy he is. He's engaging with his teammates, so it's a good first step. But he was a good player out there today. Hopefully, continue to get to know him, and we'll see how he does in some situations. But he looked pretty good for the first day.
Puljujarvi, Monster Man.
Yeah, Monster Man. I like that nickname for him. Skating with Josh Archibald and Kyle Turris. So Kyle Turris expected to be Edmonton's third-line center. You don't want Jesse on that third line, though. You want him to fight for one of those top 6 forward spots. That's where he's going to be effective.
And since the rink's being used for World Juniors, they're at U of A?
I think so. I think they're at the U of A. That's where I spent 2 years and did not graduate.
Johnny Gaudreau coming off a career-worst 58-point season. Another disappointing early exit in the playoffs. 27-year-old's ready to use the heartache as motivation for the upcoming season.
That's something that, I try to learn from every year, but, it doesn't sit well with you throughout the off season, if that's what you want to call what we just had. But, we're excited to be back and, looking forward to try to get back there and prove some people wrong.
The biggest thing is learn from it and then put it in the rearview mirror. It looks like he's playing with a way looser body posture. I don't think there's any hangover in terms of, worried about anything from last season. He looks refreshed. He looks ready to go, and that's a good thing for us.
Correction on the fly, but the Oilers, they're practicing at Nate.
They're at Nate, not U of A. Could not get into Nate.
You couldn't?
Didn't graduate from U of A. Basically, all Edmonton schools rejected me. The Vancouver Canucks got their training camp officially underway Monday, and their new goaltender, Braden Holtby, discussed his new partner in the crease, Thatcher Demko.
I've been able to do some work together and get to know each other, and I think it's going to work out really well. He has that work ethic that I think is needed for a team to have success, for goalies to have success, and this year probably more than any, you're going to need both guys to perform.
And Elias Pettersson was once again asked about his current weight.
I thought we were past that point, to be honest.
I agree.
I mean, okay, my weight is 176, if that's your question. And I mean, every summer, every off season, I'm just trying to get stronger. I'm just trying to get faster and just work on my overall game.
And some sad news from the hockey world. Former Edmonton Oilers head coach John Muckler has passed away at the age of 86. Muckler, a key architect, along with Glenn Sather and Ted Green, in helping to develop one of hockey's most celebrated dynasties in professional sports history. And Wayne Gretzky also released the following statement. On behalf of the Edmonton Oilers organization and John's many friends in the game of hockey, I want to extend my heartfelt condolences to Audrey and the entire Muckler family. He was tough, strict, but most importantly fair, and he helped lay the groundwork to make our team more accountable to each other, which propelled us to become champions. A wonderful family man and a great friend, he personally took my career to another level, and I will always cherish the hours we talked, from breaking down defenses to raising a family. Rest in peace, John. You will be missed. John Muckler won 5 cups with the Oilers from 84 to 90 as an assistant, and then as the team's head coach. He led the Senators to the Cup Finals GM in 2007. John Muckler was 86 years old.
And now, SportsCenter with Jay and Dan presents a Zoom interview with Toronto Maple Leafs captain John Tavares.
John Tavares, it's Jay Onright. I have only one question. Do you feel like the Mandalorian taking off his helmet in front of Mayfield in episode 207 cheapened the moment when he took off his helmet in front of Grogu in the finale? Like, how many times can this guy take off his helmet a season?
Yeah, I think certainly that's an added challenge and dynamic that's part of this season.
This has been a Zoom interview with Toronto Maple Leafs captain John Tavares.
Who Delivered, presented by Mick Delivery. Kevin Levi. Yep. Stopped every shot he faced in Canada's semifinal win against Russia. Tying Justin Pogge's record with 3 shutouts in a single tournament. That was set in 2006. He stopped every shot in the 2 knockout games against the Czechs and then Russia. Kevin Levi definitely delivered for Canada. It was a rough Monday in the NFL for coaches. Jacksonville fired head coach Doug Marrone following a 1-15 season. Guy of the Jags to the AFC Championship game in 2017, but managed just 12 wins in his final 3 seasons. Come on. And Anthony Lynn fired by the Chargers. LA went 7-9 this season, second straight losing year after reaching the playoffs in 2018. Chargers went 33-31 in 4 seasons under Lynn. So the number of open head coaching jobs across the NFL sits at 6. You got the Jags, Jets, Lions, Texans, Falcons, Chargers.
Question is, which job is better? You got the Jags, are going to have Trevor Lawrence, #1 overall pick, or the Chargers, you already have Justin Herbert, could be Offensive Rookie of the Year, and you're in LA.
Not the Jets?
I'll say this, Dan. You know who else wants to talk? The Chargers have asked permission from the New York Giants to talk to their offensive coordinator and former Dallas Cowboys head coach Jason Garrett. That's right. Those are the reports.
Chargers fans are not happy.
Yannis! Tim, are we going to get a new graphic for the Yannis? Cole Perfetti, guest on the Jay and Dan podcast. Beautiful goal. 3rd goal for Canada in the first period, helping Canada beat Russia and get to the gold medal game.
Hornets, Sixers drill and beat to Ben Simmons. And then dishes back with the behind-the-back pass. That's the play to key in on there.
Ooh. The Sixers are 6-1.
Canada, Russia. Penalty shot. Dylan Cousins denied. Russian netminder Yaroslav Askarov able to get his skate on it. Cousins 8 goals in the tournament. Not on this one. Russia, they fall to Canada 5-0.
Zion watch. Big block on Victor Oladipo. Then saves it from going out of bounds. Runs to the other end of the court. And finishes off the alley-oop. Wow! That is an incredible sequence. And Zion had 24 in an overtime loss.
USA-Finland, berth in the gold medal game on the line. Tie game over a minute left. Arthur Kaliyev-Ruvsik, spectacular goal. Game winner with just over a minute to go sends the U.S. to the gold medal game against Canada.
How is 2023 3rd overall pick LaMelo Ball doing? Sets up Miles Bridges for the alley-oop. one of his 9 assists. Put up 12 points as well. Hornets, though, are 2-5 on the season.
A lot of teams figuring it out.
Yeah, still figuring it out. Yeah. Dan, we're going to take a commercial break, and then maybe we'll remember all the things we wanted to talk about.
Yeah, and we'll have the highlight of the night.
It's the worst play of the day. Orlando.
Taken away by Ross.
The Magic and the Cavs. It's a 5-on-1 for the Magic. And they do not get a shot away, and Dwayne Bacon is called for a travel.
One man back was
That's a 5-on-1.
Fast break.
No shot at
Magic had numbers, definitely 5.
Highlight of the night, we go to college hockey. Arizona State's Johnny Walker. Johnny Walker, lacrosse style goal.
That's a folks are Scottish or something.
Look at that.
Cool unis. For those Sun Devils.
Johnny Walker gets your highlight.
We messed some things up, and I really messed up right off the top. Alex Newhook, many of you from Newfoundland, Labrador pointed out, not from Corner Brook, he's from St. John's, so I apologize to everybody in Newfoundland and Labrador. And Dan, you snorted during the intro to the top 10 and said "shart" at one point.
And I gave that Master of Disguise some love. I've never seen the movie. I just know that.
I haven't either, actually. And producer Tim confirms it's horrible. Still baffles me how Dana Carvey's movie career just fizzled. He was so funny on Saturday Night Live.
He's a great guest still on
any talk show. Yeah, he's awesome. We'll get into more about Dana Carvey's career after the gold medal game on tomorrow's show. What are you going to say?
No.
Nothing? Want to save it for the end of the show?
I forgot what I was going to say. Oh.